No one tells you this, but as a parent, you're not actually raising kids. You're raising future adults that other people are going to have to deal with. And I happen to know what that takes as a 24-year-old son, because I've heard from a little birdie a couple of different times that there are parents out there that would like their children to have similar values and morals and to grow up in a way that I did. So if you're someone who wants your child to grow up and to be someone who is extremely loving, grateful, humble in the same way, yet strong and grounded to be able to be a productive member to society, then this video is for you. Watch along. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 7 pillars, the 7 steps that my parents used in my childhood to groom me to become the man that I am today at 24 years old. Get ready. Here are the 7 pillars. So before we jump into these 7 pillars, the frame of reality that you have to hold is that your kid right now is going to be someone else's, as an adult, someone else's coworker, someone else's partner in life, someone else's boss. So the question that you should be asking yourself isn't, are they happy right now? It should be, who are they being built to become right now in this moment? So here's the blueprint. Pillar 1 is and was installing the operating system, aka values. So between the ages of 0 to 8, really 0 to 4, is when your child's brain is developing, where they're getting all their operating systems, all their beliefs. In this time, you want to instill the morals and the values. For me, it was hard work. It was family. It was get your hands dirty, whether that's in construction, whether that's being a cowboy, going in cattle and going on horses, or going upstate. It's that nothing good came easily. Whatever was good, you actually had to work for it, and there was a value to that you held. And the biggest thing is that when you're talking with your kid and when you're establishing this with your kid, don't do it as a lecture. It has to be free-flowing. It has to be almost like a code that they learn, because if you think about it, you put your child in high school or in college, and they sit through a lecture. What are they doing? They're not listening. They're on their phone, they're on YouTube like I used to do, they're scrolling through, they're not listening. No one wants to be taught and told. They want to have a conversation, feel it, embody it, become it. Pillar number 2, I think so many people get wrong, but it's so important, is that respect isn't fear. Respect is defense. See, there's a big difference between your kid being completely terrified, scared of you, versus your kid having a healthy relationship with you and a high level of respect for you. You see, I never doubted ever that my parents loved me. I always knew they did. However, I also never doubted that there were consequences to come if intentionally I knew that I did something that screwed up. And what I just said is not fear, it's a fence, a healthy fence. And where everyone gets this wrong is that kids who don't feel this fence, who don't have this fence, feel free, almost to a point where they feel lost. And when they feel lost, they don't know how to navigate these emotions. So therefore, they act out in negative behavior, let's just call it. Now, pillar number 3 is bond through built experiences, not bought ones. See, my dad didn't just take me on these vacations that I loved. He also took me on these business events, into these meetings and into these rooms that I normally wouldn't have else had access to at my age for what I was doing. And in the process, I learned how he navigated the world and how other people navigated it also. And in those moments, he was putting me as someone equal to him, not below him. And the funny part is, looking back now, what you want to do is these trips, these adventures, these meetings, they were disguised as apprenticeship. So without me even realizing it, he was teaching me literal life skills that I normally wouldn't have in high school, in college, in school, but I got them with him. And because of it, it made a even deeper, stronger bond between us. Pillar number 4 is probably one of my favorite ones. It's find the flame and fan it so hard. See, most of the times I believe is that you cannot manufacture drive from nothing. However, you can find the ember, find the fire, flame it hard, and build it into a large roaring fire. And that, my friends, is what you call influence. Not control, but influence. And that is how you build personality in people. You find what drives them, what pushes them, what needs they actually need deep down, and you turn it, and you pour fuel on that fire till it becomes so enraging, so massive, that next thing you know, your son or your daughter has this drive that no one else their age can have, And deep down, what's everyone parents wish is that other people look at their child and they go, wow, you have an amazing child. I wish that my child was like yours as well. Pillar number 5 is catching the pattern before it calcifies and becomes a personality. And what you need to understand about this is that every behavior is behind an unmet need. So in psychology, there's these 6 human needs. One is certainty, uncertainty. Another one's variety. Another one is significance, contribution, love, connection, growth. If your child is acting out in a way that seems bratty, that seems rude, that seems harsh, it's because deep down they don't know how to really control themselves emotionally, and they're trying to meet one of these needs. And see, the difference between a great parent and an okay parent is great parents don't just see this bad behavior and let it go. They see it, they catch it, they understand what's behind the actual behavior, what's behind the emotion, what the need actually is. They stop it, they interrupt it, and then they implement a new pattern of operating system for their child to continue moving on in the future. That what I just said probably went over your head. It is so freaking important. Please do me a favor and back up like 30 seconds and rewatch that. Understand that deeply, please. And pillar number 6 is a big debate. It's whether to become your child's friend or literally kind of push them out and be stern with them. As a son, as a person that other parents look up to, my take on this is that you actually want to become their friend. Someone who they can actually turn to, especially when it's 2 a.m. in the morning and they're somewhere. Who are they going to call? Are they going to be open enough to call you, to reach out to you, or to some person that they don't know? To an internet, to some bad advice or some friend that they think is a friend that's really going to go behind their back and stab them? No. You want to have an open line of communication that they can bring whatever is on their mind, whatever is on their heart, wherever they are, to you. So the point is, be their friend, but never forget the fence. Never forget where you are on the hierarchy with having that ability to be approachable, but not exactly equal because you are the parent. And last but not least, pillar 7 is borrow from elders, build grit, and lead by example. See, my dad has always told me to hang around people that are older than me, to learn from people that are older than me, that have more experience, because at the current age that your children are, they probably don't have a lot of heartaches, a lot of hardships in life, things that they've gone through to make them stronger as a person, more grounded. So when they're able to hear other people's stories of the past, it completely shifts their perspectives on the life that they're living right now. You also want to make sure that they have the values of actually helping out people that are less fortunate and that are weaker than them. Help stand up for them and help other people in life. And to end this off, I'd say the biggest thing is giving them something hard to go through, especially at a young age, because it's better they go through something so deeply, so hard when they're young, when they have you, versus getting met with these hardships in life when you're no longer there. And remember, comfort doesn't build character. It simply just delays it. And a perfect example of this, through all the trips and events that I've been to, is this one called Rise of Kings, where it was ex-military people coming together to create a boot camp, a 3-day boot camp where we didn't have our phones. They were putting us literally through the mud, flutter kicks, push-ups, spraying water on our faces, doing lunges and pushing heavy bags up in the sky, doing cold plunges with 80% ice, literally shivering. And most of all, writing our own eulogies at a cemetery. See, what this did was it completely shocked my system, and it made me realize that everyone goes through things in their life. But the ability to see a different perspective on how tough someone else's childhood was made me so much more grounded and grateful for the life that I have, for the family that I have, for the friends that I have, and for what I went through in the past and what I will have in the future. Whether that's top of the top or bottom of the bottom, it still gave me perspective. And you see, contrary to popular belief, this isn't complicated at all in my opinion. It's just very simple. You just need to be very consistent. And if you know a parent who's actually trying this in the process of this, not perfect, but just trying like we all are, send this to them. They'll know why, and they'll thank you, and they'll thank you, and they'll think of you each day moving forward. And if you personally want my help to hold your son or your daughter accountable through this phase that they're going through, then message me and I'd be more than happy to jump on a call and explore options of what that looks like as well. Save this, like it, and send it to someone that you know needs to hear this message right now. Have an amazing day.